In this video, we're going to show you how to make a great impression and leave your mark with anyone you meet.
And that's going to start right now. What's going on? I'm Gordon.
I'm Frank.
And welcome back to another episode of Downtime with Frank and Gordon. If it's your first time here and you want to keep on following us on more tips on how to develop yourself, don't forget to subscribe and give this video the thumbs up.
Also, if you have any great tips on how to leave a great impression or leave your mark on anyone, please leave a comment in the box below.
Tip number 1, being sharp. Frank, when I think of being sharp, I think of a couple of things basically. I think of being well presented. I mean, as they say, look sharp. I think of being yourself, and I think of being confident.
Absolutely. I think here what we're discussing, we're talking about your identity. Whether you like it or not, Gordon, we're being judged every step of the way. We're being judged by the way we look, by the way we carry ourselves, so we really do need to brand ourselves and present ourselves as a top dog in the field.
So dress code, top-notch shoes, guys, the way you guys look is really important.
Absolutely. Those are the obvious things. I mean, I take it for granted that everybody is already doing that. You've got to be, hygiene, grooming, clothing. Those are the vital things that everybody needs to practice day in, day out. In fact, the better you look, the better you feel, the more successful you're going to be. It's just the way it is, you're going to carry yourself much better if you feel better, if you look good.
And that's why they say sometimes that you got to dress to kill, basically. Because
once
you're in the zone, guys, if you feel good, it's like you're going out on a Saturday night. You go, you be preparing yourself, you be doing up the makeup, you make sure that you're shaved, nice haircut, you got your best suit on, you're going out to kill.
You want to be seen and treated as a professional, basically.
100%.
So the point is that, people want to work with people who are on the board. They want to work with people who are sharp. And to make a great impression, to leave your mark, you need to believe in yourself. You've got to be confident. I think you mentioned those 2 points there at the beginning.
Yes, believing in yourself, I think, is key. I mean, again, going back to our childhood days, even in the movie Peter Pan, okay? They always want to say, I believe I can fly, I believe I can fly. Those that did not believe, guys, couldn't fly. If you ain't going to believe in yourself, you ain't gonna fly, guys. So believing is.
You've got to believe in yourself so strongly. Listen to this. You've got to believe in yourself so strongly that you feel that you're the best and the sharpest in your field. You've got to walk through the door with a state of absolute certainty, as though you've got the answers. Even if you don't, you've got to come through that door as though you've got those answers. People want to work with people like that. So you need to tip the scales in your favor. You've got to be engaged. You've got to be activated. You've got to, as we've been saying, all throughout this first point, you've got to look confident. So the way to go about that, if you feel you lack confidence or you need to develop that confidence, what you need to do is you need to ask yourself a few questions. What am I good at? Mm-hmm. How can I be unique? How is my service different from other people? What's different about me? How can I differentiate myself? And once you start to think of those answers, it starts to make you feel good about yourself because you realize you're unique, you realize you have an edge, and that starts to give you the confidence you need to really believe in yourself and go out there and make sure people believe in you as well.
If you guys understand what you're good at, what is what we would call a skill for you, or a talent, in other words, you need to get that talent and you need to amplify the thing, okay, guys?
Definitely show it. Go out there and show it. People like to work with confident people.
And people buy people, guys, okay? If you're confident, people are going to buy you. If they can buy you, they're going to buy your product, they're going to buy your service, they're going to buy anything that you put forward on the table.
If you want to be great, confidence is key. You've got to be sharp.
Tip number 2, credibility. Knowledgeable, empowering, reliable, dependable. The list goes on and on and on, Frank, basically. And it's all about the capability, I believe, of persuading people that whatever you're saying is actually going to happen and hopefully even be successful.
You need to have all these points. You need to be trustworthy, as you're saying, credible, and all these things. I would personally zero in on the knowledge point because I think people want to deal with people who know their stuff. They want to, if you're selling a product, you need to know your product inside out, back to front, upside down. People want to perceive you as being ultra knowledgeable, so that if they have any question on the topic that's being discussed, you're able to, exactly. So that's very, very important.
Very good. So guys, information, as we always know, is power.
You've got to convince people that you are highly competent, that you're a professional, that you're a world-class expert. And everybody wants to deal with an expert. So if you manage to get people to perceive that, if you've got the knowledge and the credibility and all these other things we've spoken about, then you will come across as being credible.
So you gotta have the juice, guys. If you don't have the juice, it ain't gonna happen, basically. Tip number 3, be enthusiastic. Okay, Frank, enthusiasm. Now you say that I got this going on when I come to you. I excite you, I come with you with so much enthusiasm that it just, I don't know, it makes it work. What do you say about this?
Easy, enthusiasm sells. When you bring enthusiasm to the table, it sells. So anybody in the sales field has to bring enthusiasm to the table. So basically you've got to show the person you're speaking to that you've got something great to offer them. So with that, or to do that, you've got to bring excitement to the table, you've got to bring energy to the table, you've got to bring enthusiasm to the table, you've got to bring these things, and that makes you believable.
So basically, it's a build-up of basically everything that you believe in,
energy,
all the knowledge, everything all together, and you gotta go there and then deliver it. So what we talked about before was if you're gonna be sharp, if you're gonna be credible, and you impact all that stuff into being enthusiastic, you know what, guys? You're gonna take it all the way home.
You know, we've had lots of conversations. I mean, we speak about a lot of different topics, a lot of different subjects, and so on. And, you know, very often, or there'll be times when maybe I won't be sure about a topic or won't be sure about a decision, and you'll come through the door with a lot of excitement, with a lot of gusto, with a lot of energy, and in the back of my mind, I'll be thinking, you know what, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy has done his research. This guy has it going on. You know what, let's just go along with what he's saying. So he sells his idea to me, even though very often he's wrong. So enthusiasm generally seals the deal. Even if you're not quite sure, or if you're not quite right, but you want the conversation to go your way, throw in a huge dose of enthusiasm, and I mean a huge dose of enthusiasm.
With no doubt.
With no doubt, absolutely. Because when you're enthusiastic about it, you're showing yourself as being certain, and you're showing yourself as being sure. And I think those are the ingredients to get your point across convincingly and seal the deal.
And people will be saying, this guy really knows what he's talking about, you know what I mean? So again, yeah, so convincing and being enthusiastic will actually give that oomph, give that wow factor to whatever you're saying.
This guy knows his stuff.
Exactly.
So you just go along with it.
100%.
So you've got to come and you've got to sound upbeat, you've got to sound energetic, you've got to sound enthusiastic, as we've just been saying. And the thing is, if you feel confident, if you're sharp, in other words, if you've got the credibility, you've got the knowledge, you know your stuff, you know your product, you know your company, you know the industry, you know everything there is to know about the topic, that way your enthusiasm is going to come out naturally and convincingly. And that, as we said before, is what's going to seal the deal. So if you guys are involved in sales, you need to have these 3 elements. These 3 elements, if you put to practice these 3 elements, you're going to feel at the top of your game, you're going to be the top dog in your company, in your industry, and you're going to be making those sales, you're going to be closing them.
By showing interest, being convincing, and showing that motivational spirit, guys, it'll let you take anything you say or offer all the way home.
Exactly. So if you want to up your game, if you want to go anywhere far, you need to inject a huge dose of enthusiasm.
Well, that's all we got for you guys today.
And by the way, if you guys are interested in hearing more from us on other interesting topics, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up for this video.
Well, thanks a million, guys, for watching, and until next time, be sharp,
be credible,
and be enthusiastic.